Hello, this is Kara from Kara Tarot with a general reading for Friday, May 30th, 2025, using the Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot by M.J. Cullinane. And I'm going to be using one of my favorite spreads, which is the Fourfold Vision spread from the book of the William Blake Tarot by Ed Buryn. I've done quite a bit of shuffling already, just doing a couple more here. So this is a 5-card spread. But first we have the issue. The 5 of Cups. Depression, loss, focusing on the things that we don't have, inability to motivate ourselves. I was going to joke and say that's a typical Friday, but it's not. Friday, you're usually looking ahead a little bit more. So, and notice this tree over here is quite dead. Quite dead. But we do have flowers underneath the gray skies here and a little ray of hope. One cup is overflowing, but we may not be noticing that. We're really only seeing the dark side. I would call that the spiral of depression. So the first card is the superficial vision of this. And that is strength. Okay, so you know how they used to just say power through it. If you're depressed, just power through it. I think that's often what people still feel today, even though we know that may not be the best thing. There are other things like forcing ourselves, powering through to go out with friends, because friends can lift our spirits sometimes. Seeking help. There are a lot of different ways to go through it. And sometimes, whatever it is does need to be analyzed. It needs to be thought about and worked through. This is the superficial vision. It's called seeing through the eyes. Then we seeing with the eyes, seeing just the surface aspects. Seeing through the eyes, seeing it a little deeper way. The Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is telling us it's about, celebration, winning. Again, that may be a solution, going out to a celebration. Oh, gosh. One of the things that I always associate with the Six of Wands is when you're at the top, making sure you acknowledge and credit all the people who helped you get there. That this is not just about the celebration of yourself during a win, but bringing up, lifting up, let's say when you get a win, reach back and bring others forward. That to me is what the Six of Wands is about on a deeper level. And ironically, when you look back to reach back to others, that helps to lift you out of the darkness that you may be in. Because when you take the focus off yourself and you're thinking, I can pull someone up, I can give someone else opportunities, that automatically raises your spirits. The Seven of Wands is the creative way to deal with it. The creative way is to fight it, apparently. And this is a fight you can win. That's the interesting thing about the Seven of Wands is the Seven of Wands is you do have a formidable opponent. And if you've ever had depression, you do have a formidable opponent, even though that's an internal, either a chemical or an interior or emotional opponent. And it is emotions, the Cups of Wands. I mean, the Five of Cups. I was looking at these wands. So these wands, interesting, you have a 6 and the 7. You have a sequence here. And this card also tells you you do have the birds and the butterflies on your side. You are above the clouds. Eventually, you can work through it. You can fight it. You can succeed. And that would be the creative way then, would be to be creative, to find ways through and around the issue that will help you rise above. And finally, the God's eye view, the highest view of it. Oh my goodness, the Fool. Aren't we all? This is the Fool's journey. The study of the tarot is the Fool's journey, and we are the Fool. Recognizing that, and boy, is he looking directly at this one or what? This one is looking directly at us, telling us you're a winner. Dealing with it superficially, just trying to fight it on your own and fight it out, is stuck here in this card. This one is looking at us directly and saying, you are a winner. You can be a winner. You can bring other people forward with you. This one is telling you that it's part of the fight, but that you have the tools to rise above. And here he's looking back at that and saying, look, you're being a fool. Not in a derogatory way, just the ups and downs of life are always with us. And sometimes we give them so much precedence that we forget that it can just be part of life, part of living, that we have ups and downs. We can allow ourselves to spiral in a way and forget that this is just today. This is, or even if it's this week. But see, this trying to fight through things, that's a major. So that's telling you maybe this is a way that these are transitory. This is a major. This is telling you maybe this way, this kind of fighting through things is not the way. And remember, the real core of strength is winning through gentleness. And here, this cat is just gently laying his paws on the nose of this growling dog. Courage. Courage is strength. Fighting the good fight is strength. And this is the other major, telling us that this is all part of our journey, of our daily life. And sometimes it's the Wheel of Fortune. We have to accept the Wheel of Fortune, accept that some things are good and some things are bad. And always remember that these are transitional daily things that ebb and flow out of our life. And so it would be foolish to give them the importance to ruin the rest of our life by giving them so much weight. And I'm going to choose an oracle card from the Rabbit Tarot by Nakisha van der Hoven. These oracle cards that go with her deck, the Rabbit Tarot, are very straightforward, almost as straightforward as Lenormand cards. They usually have very succinct words and succinct meanings, which means they would also be very good for using the cards to create your spread. And our oracle card is Desert. Desert. work with the environment. That actually could be your solution. Get outside. Work with the environment. It goes back to this, to lifting others up. So this may be actually a very direct suggestion of something to do. You can lift others up by getting out there, doing some environmental work, whether it's cleanup, whether it's digging in your own garden, helping others with their garden. And then that garden can be quite a metaphor, can't it? And that is a way then to make our journey less foolish, helping others, connecting with others. This is Kara from Kara Tarot with a general reading for Friday, May 30th, 2025, and the Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot and the Rabbit Oracle. Have a connected day. Thank you.